Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about that how you can create a AI agent using the AI Studio. In my previous video, I have talked about that how you can create a custom skill and how you can activate the custom skill using the Now Assist admin. The skill can be created under Now Assist skill kit. I have already discussed about then how you can actually enable this skill in your Now Assist panel. This thing we already discussed about that. Now today I'll talk about that how you can create a AI agent. So AI agent, from where you can create the AI agent. AI agent can be created under another separate module called AI Studio. So we are going to leverage the AI Studio. Using the AI Studio, we are going to create a AI agent. And inside the AI agent, we are going to use this custom skill that we have created earlier. So the first thing is that in the left navigation, I will type called Now Assist. Okay. And in this Now Assist, what I'm going to do that I'm going to open this existing skill that I have created earlier called task categorization that I open that. Okay. So this is the task categorization we used that earlier. So I'm going to open that. Now in this task categorization, I was able to do everything. I'll click this update prompt, and what I'm going to do in this prompt, basically, instead of task dot short description and description, I'll create separate input called task short description, task description, something like that. So I'll go double click this input and then change from the record to string, and then I'll put called task short description. So I'm going to create separate value. So I will select the task here, and then this is now string. So I'll save that. First call task short description. Another I'll call task description. So I'll select call string and then put call task description. Two variable I have created, one called task short description and task description. I'll update here also call task short description instead of task dot. I'll do that. All right, so our prompt is updated. Let's save that. And we can simply run this test. Now this time I need to put the description and then short description. I'm not going to put the description and short description and test that because this will give me the similar result. I will finalize this new version, make this default, finalize, and then publish finally. So instead of task dot everything, I change little bit description and short description. The reason I have done because I am going to use this skill actually into our AI Studio to leverage that AI agent. So these skill are ready right now. So what I will do, I'll go to right now call AI Studio, and then I'm going to build a agent. So I'll go here, click this overview icon. Now this is the page where you can create the agent for agentic workflow and then AI agent. Now why we are going this AI agent studio? The reason why we are going to AI agent studio, because using the skill and Now Assist skill, we are actually able to generate something. We are able to actually put this incident short description based on that. We are categorizing that. Now this time we are actually going to update the incident. So not only generate something, we'll take an action. So for that, what we are going to do that, we are going to use that, we are going to build a AI agent, and using the AI agent, we are going to take some actions. So let's go to this AI agent first. And here you can see that already multiple AI agents are there. So what is the difference between AI agent and agentic workflow? AI agent is something that can do a specific task, and then AI agentic workflow is actually can add multiple AI agent. So we are going to create a new AI agent. So I'll click this add. And then once we click that, you can see that you are landing a new AI agent page. Here you need to put the agent name, agent description, agent role, list of steps. There are multiple things you need to define that. Okay. So what I can do, there is a one thing called generate description, role and steps. So if you click here, using the AI also, you can generate all these steps and then requirement. What I will do, I'll pick the old all this information that I use to create that. So understand the problem from incident, short description and description. Based on that, provide me the category and subcategory. I just added one more step called also update the incident form. So after giving me that category and subcategory, update the incident form. Click generate. What it will be do? It will generate all these using AI. So as you can see, the name automatically provided, the description automatically provided, responsibility provided. It is saying that let's understand the steps because steps is important. Retrieve the short description and detailed description of an incident. Analyze the retrieve description and identify the core issue. So everything is defined here. You can see that role we need to define that. I'll select any authenticate user and then click save and continue. So we put a name of the AI agent, and the next steps we are going to add. You can see that it's automatically saying that there are already one agents are available for this. So we are going to build from our own. So we'll click the ignore and continue. What we are going to do that if you click these recommended tools, so you can see that already there are multiple tools are available. What is the tools? Tools is something that we can fit that. Okay. So first, what are the steps we have to do? The first thing is that we had to, query to the incident table, get the incident short description and description, and then our now using that we have created a now as is skill, right? So in this skill we have to pass this information. So first thing is that, so I'll click this add tool, and here you can see the multiple tools are there. So what does the tools do? The tools actually fit the LLM, right? So as you can see that we are going to leverage that now as is skill, right? But using this now as is skill, we actually need the incident short description and description. Incident will return the category and subcategory. Once we get this category subcategory, we actually had to update our incident record, right? So there are multiple steps out there. So using the tool, we can do the multiple steps. So first steps, we are going to do that. We are going to use the script. Here, we are going to put the steps name. First, say that, okay, so this is the name I am putting here. The description is very important. We need to provide description so that LLM can understand that. So we'll say that. So what I'm telling that based on the incident number, query to the incident table and return short description and description. Okay. Now here I need to define the inputs because I will put a complete text. Based on that, LLM will understand the incident number and that will take as the input. So I'll click this add input, and then here I'll say that input name called number. Okay. So this is my input name. The description also I need to define the description. Let's say that I'll say that incident. So this is my description. Here I need to write the code. How I will write the code? I'll click here, click where gr tab. So it will generate all this code. Now here I will type call which table I'm going to query that. I'm going to query to the incident table. Then where I am going to query, I want to query to the number table. So I'll call this number, and then what should be that value here? The value will come from inputs dot number. And then what I want to return, I want to return called return. This I will return that. Okay, that's it. My code will return that short description. Now here is the thing. There is a one thing called execution mode. So before execute this script, I want to ask the permission from the agent or it will automatically run. So for that, you can use that autonomous for automatically run. If you want to ask some permission, you can use the supervise. So I don't want to ask any permission. It will automatically done that. Do you want to display this output? For the timing, I'm putting that yes. Here, what should be the processing? So during the script part, what should be the processing message? Now, how the output will be show? I will say that here, paraphrase and click add. So this will actually do what? This will find out that incident number and then print the short description and description based on this incident number. Now, I will click this add tools, and then here I am going to use that our tool called now as is skill. What is the skill name? The skill name is called task categorization. So let's say that I am going to put that same thing called task categorization. And as you can see that here it need two input called short description and description. So I will put some description so that understand that and then pass the short description and description. We'll say that this is what I'm saying, that based on this incident short description and description, provide a incident category and subcategory. These also will be run autonomous. Output will be yes. I'm going to put call then I'll see that, put that paraphrase and add that. Okay. So we will pass this incident number, and then based on that, using this script, we will get the incident information, and using this thing, we are going to actually classify and show there. So far we have added two skill, one for the incident information, another for the task categorization. So using this incident information, we are going to query to the incident table. We fetch the incident information like short description, and then pass this task categorization. Remember that we are not actually mapping one-to-one. System will automatically understand from this description and short description, it will pass to the next skill. So we don't need to do specifically like map one-to-one here. Now the final thing is that updating the incident record. We'll click here. You actually can use the subflow also, but I am writing the script for the simplicity purpose. So I'll click the script part again. And then here I'll say that update incident. So we'll say that update. Okay, so what I'm telling that based on category and subcategory from the previous state, I will update the incident work notes category and subcategory. Okay, so let me create some inputs here. What should be the input? Input should be category. Okay, now here we need to write this code. So let's put the code here. So I will go here and type called where gear, hit cap. The code is automatically pre-populated. I'll put that here called incident. And now what should be that our query condition? The query condition is called number. And what is that? Called input dot number. So we'll go and then call inputs dot number. So this is like inputs dot number I'm using. Now what I'm updating? Gr dot work notes. Let's say that category equal to inputs dot, I'm going to use the same variable here. Okay, so done. Coding is done. Let's this time I'll use the supervise, because before update I want a permission from the agent, so I'll use that. And then I will use the output equal to custom, and then under this transform instruction I'll say that record updated, something like that. And then I will add that. So as you can see that we have added three tools, but they don't have any order, like which one will take that first, which one will take the second one. System will automatically understand that, execute one by one all these steps and perform whole function. Okay. So we have not defined any steps. We have not defined any inputs. Although we have defined the inputs into the script, but it automatically pick like from the text, what should be the input, what should be the output. Everything will automatically take care. Script called update incident record. And then here we have misspelled that. So it should be work notes. And let's pick this subcategory too. Let's map to the subcategory also. You can see that we have used the supervise. So that's the reason before updating it, asking our permission. So let's save and continue. And then finally test again. So we'll pick that one more incident again. We'll go back here. (9628) and say that so this time I will put the incident number here. Okay, the last, and then click start test. So you can see it's automatically pick the incident categorization agent. It getting the incident information. Based on this information, it providing the short description and description. And then after that, it will categorize that. So it's categorize that network, but there is no subcategory. It's finding out at that moment. And the last step is that it is asking my permission. So I'll say that yes. And then it will update the incident record. So you can see it's updating the incident record, and record got updated. We can go and check that category equal to network, subcategory nothing. And here the AI updated the work nodes, category equal to network, subcategory equal to not. Okay, so this way you can using these AI agent not only generate something, you can do some actions. Here all your responses you can see right side, but actually this will be seen by the user. This is for our testing purpose. You can see this right side all for the testing purpose. Left side is for our actually the user output will be looks like that. Now I can hide this one. I can hide this one. Whatever is your requirement, you can do that. Okay. So that's it for today. If you have any question, let me know in my comment section. Thank you very much. Have a great day.